Hi, welcome back. I'm Joe, and this is the Ultimate Love Letter. And thank you for joining the conversation. I super appreciate our conversations together. And, I must say, I got up this morning, and the intention was to converse on our platform, and I just didn't have the inspiration to. I journaled, I sat with God, and I just knew that God would give me the message that He needed us to discuss. Although I did have one in mind, He didn't confirm that message. And He didn't give me another one to go over. Well, to share, rather. And if you've been following along, I do not take to our community to share randomly or overthinkingly or scriptedly. I'm very much being led by God. I'm very much being led by His Spirit. I'm very much in tune with what He has for us to converse about each time we meet. And so it was quiet this morning. And even after I went on with my day, I thought, okay, you know what? Not meant to record this morning. I went on with my day, and I thought around midday, I said, I'll try again. And so I came back home with the intention to record, and still nothing from God. No inspiration. In fact, I won't say nothing. What I did hear was not the right time. And that was it. Not the right time. And so I immediately got up, turned off the camera, turned off my audition, and left again. Went on with my day. And I know now, in this hour, why He didn't set anything specific on my heart to discuss early this morning, because He knew at this hour He would direct me to exactly what He needed me to speak about. If you're watching this on YouTube or maybe it's Spotify and you see the audio, you'll notice a difference is that I usually record every morning, in the mornings, not every morning, rather, in the mornings. And if you can see the video now, you can see it's dark out. I never record at this hour, although I have tried before. I just found that I love it. I love to converse right out of my morning routine. It's quieter. In the building where I live, I love the sun coming through the window. Although I do like the aesthetics of this as well, but it's so fitting because it's dark out and it's a dark time in my life right now. So, of course, God would guide me to get into that this evening. Darkness, attacks, spiritual warfare. Oh, so real. I was wondering when I was going to share this. And this evening's the most opportune time. When we're saying we trust God, it means nothing if you are unable to weather the storms. And the cold darkness when it gets real, when shit really gets real. And I'm talking about spiritual attacks. from the opposition, if you will, the unclean one, the liar, the deceiver, Satan, you know? I'll say, I've been under a spiritual attack for almost a year now. Almost a year. And I mean, physically. He attacks me when I'm in my twilight sleep, that sleeping state, but not so sleeping state. He has shown himself several times, several different ways. Early on, when the attacks first happened, there was this, all I can explain it as like this transparent marble-like figure, right? Like you could see through it, but he had swirls of black in him. It was like black and like this off-white transparent look, that's all I can, like a swirl of marble transparency of black and white. It's the best way I can explain it. But it was definitely, it's a figure. It was a figure. And he would climb on top of me. Just like sitting on top of me, nothing sexual when you say climbing on top of you, but very much sitting on top of me and just tempting me, testing me, almost like mocking. He thought I would be terrified, and I was, but also the first time it happened, I felt so strong in my soul that I actually felt that I had the authority to cast this thing away. And when he first appeared, I immediately went to address it. And it was like an angel grabbed my throat. And it was like she was saying, don't address it. Like literally, that was the message. Don't address it. And I didn't. Instead, I just gave out this big laugh, like ah, ha, ha, ha. And like that thing vanished. But he didn't stop there. Maybe a couple days later, I was in bed again, right? And always attacking in my bed. But I was in bed and this thing, again, the same transparent figure, like slivered on top of me. It was almost like he was saying, oh, you think I'm not here? And he like snuckily got on top of me, the same position. And as quick as he got on top, he was gone again. And then other things happened. After that, several weeks had passed and, little things were happening. And I accepted it because I know that if God is allowing it, He wants to show me something. not necessarily him something, but he wants to show me something. Me something about myself, my strength, my resilience, something about him. And so I didn't pray for it to go away. I dealt with it. I accepted it. I embraced it. I rolled with it. And then one day, I was laying in yoga in a savasana, which is like a dead man's pose. It's a resting posture. And I was thinking about the attacks that had been happening, and I challenged this thing in my mind. I said, you can keep coming, but I am never going to stop serving my God. So keep the attacks coming. And that night, that night, again in my twilight sleep, that thing showed me what he could do to me. That thing revealed himself to me in my dreams. And in my dreams, as soon as he grabbed me, like the torment went on in my dreams. And as soon as he finally grabbed me or was about to grab me, I was woken up. And when I was woken up, my heart was pounding out of my chest. And I was like in a sweat. And it was as if I was being shown, like, yes, this was very much a dream, but it was very much a real attack. And that thing showed me what he could do. In that moment is when I cried out to God and I said, enough. Enough. I had seen enough. I had been attacked enough. And I was over it. Enough, God. Intervene. And you know what happened? He intervened. The air became lighter, and it has been lighter ever since. My dreams are sweeter. God stopped it. He let me endure it. And that went on for many months. I don't know, 6-7 months. It went on for months. And the moment I cried out and told God to remove it, he did immediately. And even though I have not been attacked, physically or in my dreams since then, I've been now, as of lately, attacked just in my mind, just in situations. And, as I said, if God's allowing it, I want it to come. I want to embrace it. I want to grow stronger in it. But this week has been pretty rough. And you know why I embrace it? Because I know if the attacks are coming, I am on the right path. I am headed in the direction of greatness. I am headed for a blessing beyond what I could have believed many years ago, certainly. God knows it, but so does the opposition knows it. And he knows he can't stop it, right? So the attacks are coming and he doesn't let up. Or he lets up when God tells him to, but then he tries a different way. And God allows that, right? God allows that too. But in the face of the attacks that come, all I keep saying, I'm just encouraged because that means I am on the right track. And everybody knows it. And I just want to thank God for this platform. I want to thank you, my community, for being here, allowing me to share in the middle of darkness. So, the latest attacks have been on my mind. They've been just exhaustion this week. I'm being showed so much though through the exhaustion. So what's happening locally here is I'm involved in a 30-day yoga challenge, and this means yoga every day for 30 days. I'm no stranger to this. I do this every year. 1 year I did yoga every day for 60 days. And, it is rough. It gets rough around the third week, but, we get it through. But this time around, I decided to join this challenge right at the time when we were launching the podcast. Things were changing in business. Things were changing in my life overall. And so it's just a lot of change at once. And me, I'm just used to, not having any real constraints on my time. I go and do as I please, and I'm free, and having to be somewhere every day to check in every day, meaning yoga. It has been exhausting. I have 3 days left in this yoga challenge, and I cannot wait to be done. But I noticed that even though I'm feeling better in my body, I really have not been the most grateful, and I haven't really been enjoying it. It's been like a drag. I just don't want to have to go every day. I just want to work on all the things we're working on together. I just want to not have to set out 3 hours of my day to go practice. But look how ungrateful I am, because I should have been seeing that at least I have this beautiful practice that is strengthening my mind and my body, and I love my yoga community. And thank you, God, that I'm healthy enough to practice yoga, right? Like, I'm not injured. I'm not sick. I'm not in a hospital bed. Like, duh, gratitude. Gratitude is such a big part of my life, as you know, if you've been following along. But it's been hard, with this yoga everyday thing. And the more I felt just dread going, the more dreadful things happened because I'm feeling dreadful. So this week it's been like, here I am, my last 3 days. And just because of the mood that I've been in, it's been, something went wrong with the car yesterday while I was at yoga. Then I broke something big at home tonight. And then something happened, yesterday. It's just been one freaking issue after the next. And that's what I mean about spiritual attacks on my mind. Because I've started to feel low and not give gratitude in every area, meaning my yoga practice, then it has just dominoed effect through everything. That's how powerful we are. I just want to remind everybody, that's how powerful we are. we talk about no matter if we're feeling great, we attract great. If we're in gratitude, we attract more things to be grateful for. The same way, if you're ungrateful, you attract more things to be ungrateful for. If you're in a bad mood, you attract things that just reinforce that mood. And I've been in my funk this week, and it is showing. And God, also, let me just say, I'm so glad I don't live like this all the time. It's been a hard week, and I have been attracting hard situations into my life. And thank God that I know and I'm aware now of how we create our life. Like, I can't believe I used to live like this all the time, like constantly attracting like things into my life that I don't want. Now I know how to attract things into my life that I do want, and keeping my energy high and just a flow of just goodness coming into my life. And this week has been like, it sucked. It has been sucking. But that is the spiritual attacks that have been on my mind. And I am shaking it off just with this conversation. Just know, if you find yourself under attacks like I have, you are in the right place. You are in good company, and you are headed for somewhere powerful. If you were not, these attacks would not be coming after you. And so as I feel strong enough to face these attacks, and not only face them, but actually embrace them, welcome them. And the reason I'm able to welcome them is because I know who's allowing them. I know who is sitting on the sidelines watching. My God, your God, He's watching these attacks. And not in a cruel way, but holding the space in protection and just waiting for when we have to like tap out, He'll tap us out immediately. But where's the growth in that? At least that's how I felt it. These attacks have to be approved by the Most High. So if He has approved the unclean one to come after me in such a way, God knows I am prepared. I am strong enough to endure it. He also knows He has the final say, and He will stop it at any point when I call out or when He says enough. And so I kind of go through these attacks, just knowing that I'm safe. I'm safe because when God's watching, He's watching it all. And He's never going to let me or you be tempted beyond what we can handle. So if you find yourself in a week like I found myself in a week, oh God, let's shake it off now, because I can't live here. I can't live in this state of mind. I cannot. I've seen enough. So let's shake it off together. And let's go forward in boldness, in bravery, in courage that our God has got us. And God, I just want to thank You for holding the space for me. This week has been rough. And I thank You. I've grown so much this week, and I thank You for the growth. Okay, I think that's it. That's all I have to get off my chest. That's all I have to contribute to the conversation. What about you? Have you found yourself in spiritual attacks? Have you been like physically attacked like I have? I will say that was only the latest attacks that I mentioned. I've seen this thing before when I was 14. I'll share that message on in another conversation. But as of late, I'm going somewhere profoundly, and Satan knows too. These have been his latest tricks that he has up his sleeve. But he knows, like I know, like God knows, I ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. And no one can stop me. Not even him. If you find that this message could serve a friend, a family, or someone you know, please share it. I can't believe it's about to be out there. I can't believe it is out there, me sharing this, but this was clearly the right time. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following us on YouTube. Also for reaching out. Please reach out if you have any questions. I'm available on all my social sites are The Ultimate Love Letter. So I'm on Threads, TikTok, Instagram. Please reach me there. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your prayers. If you're not praying for me like I'm praying for you, please pray for me because it's been a week. Until next time, love yourself and love others. Did I say pray for me? Pray for me. We'll chat soon. Bye for now.